Ember Spirit, Master Break Juggernaut just doesn't die, I assume.
I mean, hell, if you get enough farm on Raven, you might even be able to pass over Negative Scepter over to Carl's DK, which I know you are a big fan of this hero going late game.
Oh yeah, I think Black Dragon always gives you a chance. It's just so stupid what you can do with it. But Manta Axe Dragon Knight, it makes the fight goddamn hard. He takes so much harm.
Got him in the end. Right before he dies, Bosku collects the scalp of Ice for a first blood. Well played.
Bosku? You mean Raven? Oh, yeah. Well, yeah, he collects Bosku.
I'll take that.
Yeah. I mean, Bosku made it happen, all right? It was the acid spray last tick that was given over to Raven, but, like, Bosku was the one putting his body on the line and getting the kill before he died.
I mean, it's better it went to Raven. That's like,
oh, yeah.
That's a great tick out to the acid. Better than Bosku getting it for sure. Kind of hard to get good bounces in a fight, but restoration is always there for you. You know what I'm saying? It's just always there when you need it, and you can buff it up with Locket. It's just a nice, reliable spell. Terrible with Medusa, though. You are correct.
Yeah, that part was a little questionable for me. Carl looks for his opening. Because he did not go Blink Dagger second item and win BKB instead, couldn't get the initiation in there, but he's got the BKB now complete, so he does still want to fight. He is strong. See whether or not Bleed goes for it. They're going to go for it onto KP. The stun goes out. They have a nice cheese ball to be able to bounce around off of the illusions, too. Ice is taking a lot of damage, but they will still kill the Bloodseeker, and Ice stays alive. Now with the heals kicking in from Dubu, as well as the Coddle, they are going to be plenty healthy for them to be able to assault mid lane tower.
Just too angsty from Blacklist. Raven is finishing BKB.
It's just an awkward timing fight. Also on cooldown, so...
Yeah, because he ran in earlier. I also just don't like this Diffusal pickup on KP.
I would actually be all in on Bleed winning this game if they had a hero that actually utilized all these heroes, or a carry rather, that utilized this incredible sustain trio that they have.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Yeah, that does kind of suck. They have all this heal and Medusa doesn't use it. But, I mean, they have Chakra Magic. They're still going to be able to throw spells. It's still going to help the other two cores go in the fight, especially Corden, who had a very rough early game. I mean, heals are never bad, you know?
Yeah. It would feel more synergistic if either that hero was getting healed or if it was like a more glass cannon, like high damage, and then you just have this tanky trio of sustain that is able to create space for you. But, sure. I mean, maybe just everybody being unkillable is also good.
I mean, also, the sustain screws the Bloodseeker pretty hard.
Oh, yeah.
Bloodseeker is not like playing versus heals. It's a question of, like, how do you actually power up the move attacks before KP? Another reason why I think this Diffusal is a dead item. Like, how is he ever going to get Thirst in this game? Until, in theory, the fight's already over somehow, but I feel like that's just on Raven. So you may as well help Raven try and win the fight before Raven sets the fight up for you. It's like backwards almost. Now this ball of Bleed, it's alive, man. Mech on DJ. But he's on Dubu. Pipe for Ice. Just go high ground, right?
Yeah, I think legitimately this lineup could kind of end the game by 30. Yeah. I mean, they're certainly itemizing to do so. If you go second item Butterfly on Dusa, you're trying to do something like that. Tier 2 going to drop fast, and Bleed have completely taken over the big objective side of the map, the offlane, which means they can take the Tormentor. They have better control of the Wisdom Runes, though they did not get the 21-minute one. But they will get that, which is really nice. Now you got Voodoo Switcheroo on a Witch Doctor, so even more sustain and harder to kill, I guess.
Look at the smoke flank, though. But Corden,
interesting. They have to fight Amber Spirit. This is perfect if they can kill him and they get the chain stun. Bosku helps finish it up with a Sinister Gaze. Still, though, Bleed are willing to hold this fight. I mean, they just have to wait for the Rupture to wear out on Ice before they're retreating. They're going to try and sandwich them right now. Raven goes for it. Switcheroo does manage to dodge a large part of that damage. Dubu holding strong, drops the ultimate. They're going to fight around this one. This trio is just real tough for Blacklist to be able to crack. They can't actually do it. Nobody really got low.
They didn't do anything. I mean, Corden,
Yeah, if it wasn't for this Frost Shield, they would already be dead. But they're probably going to at least lose this tier 3 for free while they have to wait out the Aegis. They're going to try and stall it up. Okay, they're going to go for this fight. They're going to fight into the Aegis that is expiring soon. 8 more seconds left. They poke and reset a little bit, trying to pull back in the Dusa. Getting through. 3 seconds.
2 seconds.
Left. 2 seconds.
1 second.
1 second. It's going to expire, and instantly the regen gets canceled, and they finish her off. Beautiful timing from Blacklist, and now with the carry dead, the Alchemists take a lot of damage here, but get saved. Frost Shield goes out. Lead. Losing out on most of their damage with the Dusa gone. Have to TP away.
It's 6 feet down.
That was just overextending with that Aegis. I mean, imagine that push happens 30 seconds earlier. You just missed your Aegis window with this MKB timing on Dusa. Time to strike before the Black Dragon comes for you.
And it is coming. Carl's going to build it. Next item, and he's halfway through to it already. KP, he is going to go for the Heaven's Halberd, so he is going all the utility you talked about, just Diffusal first. Dubu, Smoke's going to break on him instantly. Switcheroo, he really wants to make sure he doesn't die first, but he's going to be caught on the outside. Oh, Lotus the stun gets him away as well. He didn't use that nullifier. He didn't use his BKB, and he's already down to half health. But Raven, can he get a little bit out? BKB goes out. Dragon Knight coming in through the side. Ice. Chain Frost bouncing around, hitting him a few times. But Raven's got to be able to reset while this BKB is still up. Slight chains, they caught him. They're catching up. Lead is slowing him down. Raven has no more dispels to be able to help him out in Corden.
Dude just broke their smoke and then broke their ankles, man. Also a sick Lotus from Ice to throw that out.
Yeah, oh yeah.
Raven was not expecting that one. That was a very clutch timing. Just good high ground ward. Decent positioning there from Bleed. That jump, that's the support that you want at the burst. Does not go to plan. That's a tough fight after that. Very hard to commit there.
Glyph goes out. They give it the Crimson Guard. Anything to try and delay, stall this for the 40 seconds. Because obviously, they can't fight without him. He makes up 24,000 of their net worth. It's all on the Alchemists right now.
Dire's middle tower is under
And I like
when they get
the Lotus
Black
Linkage.
Dragon, it'll be a little different.
So this Lotus on Ice, very valuable here. And Lincoln's on Corden, also pretty valuable. You're just going to have to go through these. You don't really have a choice. Everything you throw on them sucks to have it broken, but no way around it.
Wow, Aegis and Cheese. This Dusa, you're going to have to pay more attention to her because of the Scotty pickup. There's also the factor I want to remind everybody that Sinister Gaze is not a bad ability against Dusa either. It drains 20% of her mana.
Yeah, I was actually thinking about that earlier.
Radiant's courier
I
has
always
been
forget what
killed.
this spell does, but pretty solid. Now you get a refresher orb and you pull her twice.
Dang, now you're thinking.
That's the 10-head play right there. And then you gotta think about it. Lich Nyx support
Radiant's top
duel.
tower is under
Double
attack.
refresher. Simulate.
Mana gone. It's mana
Negative
overkill,
mana.
really.
Oh, here's that push. All the sustain in the world. They're gonna jump the back line. Another flame coming through.
Initiation. Alchemist coming in from behind, catches
Oh,
the Carl with the
Jay.
help of Tim's, quickly eliminate him. Dubu, probably going to be the next target here. Carl's going to stick onto him with the illusion, slowing him down. Cut over, Switcheroo is going to go out here while Carl draws the attention of all the cores to himself. And he's doing a great job of it too. He's trying to fly over the cliff here. The Chain Frost,
The Lotus Chain.
Lotus Orb is doing a lot of damage, but it's also doing a lot of damage on the original Chain Frost as well. And that's where the G's gets eaten. Carl, almost dead, finally gets eliminated. Corden does manage to catch up to him with the slight chains. Meanwhile, though, underneath the silence, underneath the stuns that are raining in, another Lotus Orb bounce back, but it's not good enough. Ember Spirit dies in return. This time around, Bleed really losing sight, I think, of that fight. Kind of let their supports to die and focused on killing a near unkillable dragon.
I mean, if you're bleed, you can just run it back here. No Dragon Knight for 10. And there's an open rack, so Jackie will start to poke it, but of course Frost Shield is old nemesis. Always waiting.
Yeah, he can take the range barracks, but that melee, look at it. With the Frost Shield and the Crimson Guard, he hardly puts a dent in it. Those spells do eventually go on cooldown, though. Heaven's Halberd, another Frost Shield. Delay, delay, delay. Until Blacklist comes up with another idea for an opener. But it's not coming.
So the promise of flanking is gone as Hawks are scouting everything. No way to get there without that smoke. That is a full lane. Two sides gone here for Blacklist. They struggle to put all that gold to use. Another minute on the Aegis. I mean, you have to take this fight. Jackie's going to force it. This is Bleed's timing right now.
Illusion's dead on the Black Dragonite. That's not good. I mean, they can stall, but it's still 40 seconds. It's going to be a close call if they just push through and force these buildings down. 30 seconds left now. It does look like Bleed. They don't want to overextend themselves like they did on the first Aegis. They do not want to get caught as it expires. Well, it seems like Blacklist are going to wait for a third Roshan, which I don't remember when Roshan died originally, but it does look like it's going to be a daytime Rosh potentially when it spawns. And that's the Aghanim Scepter, so.
It will be daytime Rosh. It will be down there, but they found Carl outside the base.
Yeah, he's going to be forced to use his BKB. Resources used. Carl doesn't want to let them do that for free, but he can't really challenge them too well. Jump forward. Primal Roar catching KP. That's trouble.
That cast.
Oh, that cast bouncing around. Hit KP a couple times, and that's going to be good enough to kill him. Raven forced to use his own BKB. Chains catching up as the Scotty. Now the Lich is dead. That is a Lich with no buyback. Frost Shield was the biggest deterrent to hitting the base. Maybe Bleed does not need a third Roshan.
Try to go for Jackie, but he's stunned himself.
Oh, Lotus Orb once again coming in. Witch Doctor Cast comes out. They do manage to get a really good shackle, but the Alchemist is taking too much damage. The Medusa burned out of all the mana, but they don't have the damage to finish up her health. They all die as a result of buyback on the Alchemist, but they have nothing left. They know it too. No Chemical Rage, no Dragon Form. They call GG on game one.
AC timing with Ice there. No need to wait for that next Roshan. And I mean, Tim's just killing Medusa there, but MKB just shreds him in like 2 or 3 hits afterwards. Yeah, it's just too little, too late.